What's going on, everyone? Before we get too serious into the topic of the video, I have these brand new glasses. They debuted in the previous video about taking the first step, and I've been wearing them around a lot more. And what do you think of them? I feel like they make me look like Clark Kent, minus all the facial hair, but I kind of like the studious look of, yes, let us postulate. So anyways, your opinions, let me know what you think, send me some love. So anyways, today's video is about what to do when you're in a rut. We've all been there, whether it was just a minor bad day or you've been suffering from depression. As of late, I haven't had a whole lot of freelance work. I went about a span of, I think it was almost 2 weeks. I think it might have been a little over 2 weeks without a gig. During that time, my own self-image and my confidence was dropping really low, more so than I have ever experienced, even during my time at school, at university. And I was starting to develop anxiety. Most days I would have anxious spurts where I just didn't really know what to do, and I didn't feel like I was moving anywhere, like I was accomplishing anything. But I've since moved past it a little bit. I haven't quite crawled out of the hole that I was about a week ago, and I'm still working on it and working on myself and my mental well-being. But the way that I got out of that is what I want to share with all of you. Sometimes you're stuck in a hole and it seems really insurmountable and you just can't get yourself moving forward again. The secret to getting yourself back on track is just taking little baby steps. Just little tiny steps to get you moving in the right direction. I made a whole video about starting things and why it's so hard, and why the first step of anything is the most difficult in doing anything, whether it be training for a marathon, asking someone out. The first step is always the hardest. I made a whole video about that. Check it out after you watch this video. The link is also going to be in the description. But baby steps, getting yourself moving forward. Nobody wants to be bad at anything. This applies to learning a new skill, trying to play a new sport, or just really anything in any scenario that you're unfamiliar with and you don't have the experience. Nobody likes that stage. Nobody likes feeling like they are ignorant and they don't know what they're doing and they're clumsy with whatever. And nobody likes that. They want to skip to the part where they're good or they're sufficient, when it's not embarrassing just to try. The problem is you can't make that large stride to get to a point where you know what you're doing without getting through that first part. And getting through that first part involves taking little tiny baby steps. You can try to make big strides, but you'll probably fail and fall back. And if you're trying to get out of a rut, you've dug yourself in a pretty deep mental hole, you might even fall further into that hole. And what I mean about baby steps is, for me, the first thing that got me going in that direction, and I had enough of feeling anxious and feeling worthless. I was sitting in this chair and I shot up and I was like, I'm gonna go clean my storage stuff. I had moved some stuff in the basement over from the old house and it was just sitting down there, and I was like, screw it, I'm gonna go and do it. And I ran down there, I put them all up, and I instantly felt better. Just that little tiny sense of accomplishment got me going a little bit. And then I came up here, I tidied up, and then I got small little tasks going. It's why I have a to-do list in this notebook. Every week I have a to-do list, and once you check that one thing off, I'm not going to find a to-do list. I don't know why. I don't need to show you a to-do list. You know what they look like. Checking off something on your to-do list, it gives you that sense of accomplishment. It gets you going in the right direction. When you're feeling down about yourself and you're in a rut and you are in this giant hole, you have to take those tiny baby steps. Like I said, nobody likes those first steps. When we're kids, we're learning how to walk, we're waddling along, and then we fall. We take 2 or 3 steps and fall and smack our head on the ground, but get back up, waddle, you do 4 or 5 more steps, and then you fall, and you just get better every time. And at that point, none of us are really old enough to feel embarrassed for not being able to walk, but it's the same thing with anything. It's that stage in which you're gonna be bad, and you gotta keep pushing forward anyways. That's what helps me get out of ruts when I'm feeling down about myself. I always just start looking for little things to do, cleaning up my room, checking off little tasks, getting that snowball, that momentum going, just starting off in the little steps. Because like if I was in a rut and I decided to edit like a 15-minute video, I would never find the motivation to get started, and it would probably hurt me. It'd probably take me down a peg. So anyways, I am rambling at this point, but I also want to hear your perspective. I am certainly not the only person to suffer anxiety from time to time, and I know some people have it a lot worse than I do. And if you happen to, and you want to share with all of us your experience and what you do to get out of those ruts, please share it down in the comments. The more input we get, the more we have this conversation, the better off we can be in the future and bettering ourselves and developing us in a personal way to be the person that we want to be. We have to work together. So leave that comment down below if you like. If you are new to the channel, you can hit that subscribe button and listen to me talk about stuff. And the comment section is going to be a mix of glasses and getting out of depression and anxiety. What a great mix. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.